Hi, namaskar. In this yoga class, I'll be doing a full body workout, so a nice balanced yoga practice. We'll be working with some of the seated asanas, some of the standing asanas, a little bit of yin and yang, so I hope you'll enjoy it.
Okay, let's come to sitting on our mats. Easy pose, cross your legs. We're going to bring our hands into mudra, with your index finger and your thumb touching. And just rest your palms gently onto your knees. Close your eyes. Gently inhale and exhale. Inhale to the count of 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And exhale 8. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And repeat in your own time. Inhale. And exhale. And gently breathe for a few more rounds. Let's open our eyes. And now as we inhale, we're going to raise the arms up. So first exhale and empty your lungs. And now inhale up. And exhale down. Inhale up. And exhale down. One more time. Inhale up. And exhale down. Now bring your palms to rest onto your knees, palms facing down. And we're just going to do some spinal rotations. So as you inhale, extend the torso forward. And as you exhale, come back in a convex sort of movement. Inhale forward, exhale to roll back. Inhale forward and exhale back. Inhale forward, exhale back. One more time. Now come to sitting. Do some twists. Take your right hand and place it onto your left knee. Rotate the trunk. Place the back arm behind you. And extend the torso. And look over your back shoulder. Come back to center. And repeat on the other side. And twist. And come back to center. And we're going to do some more spinal rotations. So extend the torso over your knee. Bring it round to the front. Extend over your opposite knee and rotate to the back. Just keep repeating on this side. And then we'll alternate, moving in the opposite direction. So just keep gently rolling the spine. Loosening the lower back. And now let's change direction. And now come to sitting. Just going to extend the feet in front of us with the soles touching into Baddha Konasana. But instead of bringing your feet right up to your torso, extend them slightly in front of you to create a diamond shape with your legs. You're just going to gently do a forward fold. So inhale, arms up. Exhale and extend the torso forward. Just rest gently in front of you with your arms spread out in front of you. Or you can grab hold of the feet and gently lower the head. And let's inhale and raise the torso, come back to seated. Now let's bring the soles close to the body. Soles of the feet touching. Extend the knees outward. Grab hold of your toes and extend the torso upwards. So really lift the chest, extend the arms and hold onto the toes. Just breathe and gaze gently forward. Well done, and release. Now we're going to move into a seated twist. So take the left leg, bring the heel close to the glutes, bend the right knee, and bring the foot to the side of your upper thigh. Now extend the right arm, wrap it around your knee, and sweep the left arm behind you into a twist. And release. Come back to center. Now we're going to take our left arms, grab hold of the right knee, and sweep the right arm behind us. And release. Come back to center. Let's swap our legs. And the right arm underneath you. Place the foot next to the tailbone. And extend the left leg in front of you, wrap it around, reach the arms up, grab hold of the knee with the left arm, and twist to the back. And release, come back to center, take the right arm this time, hold the knee, and extend the left arm behind. And come back to center. Now we're going to move into cow face pose. So keep your legs as they are and now gently bring the top leg down so that the knees are stacked on top of each other. You can see we've created a nice cow face look. Just massage the feet gently, preparing for the pose. Now come to rest in the center, then both arms out to the sides. Bring your left arm in front of you and rotate. Now rotate the shoulder forward and we're going to sweep the left arm behind us. Now raise the right arm beside your ear, bend the elbow and take hold of the left hand behind you. So your fingers are clasped. If you're unable to clasp the fingers, then you can just hold the arms in this position. And gently breathe as you face forward. And release both arms. Shake it out. Now let's change our legs. You're going to bring the left leg down so that your foot is right next to your right glute. Position the right knee so that both knees are stacked. And let's gently massage our feet, preparing for pose. Come back to center. Extend both arms out to shoulder height. This time we're going to rotate the right shoulder forwards. Now sweep the arm behind you. Sweep the left arm up and clasp the hands at the back of your body. And just hold and breathe. Well done. Let's release our arms and shake them out. Bring both feet back in front of you. I'm just going to loosen up our hips a little bit. So place the feet on the ground, bend the knees, and let's just gently rock from side to side. Warming up our legs. Now we're going to widen our feet to hip distance apart, and we're very slowly going to come into a garland pose. First, just keep warming up your hips, warm up your feet, up onto your toes, rock gently from side to side. Now come to stillness. You can either stay on the balls of your feet, or if you're comfortable, you can press down into your heels, come to a seated squat. Extend the arms in front of you, and you can stay in a squat with the arms extended. Or if you're completely comfortable, come back into prayer position and use the elbows to push the knees out. And let's just rest here for a moment. Breathe in deeply. Now let's extend the arms forward, back onto the ground. Let's rock gently from side to side, and we're slowly going to come up in standing position. Gently extend the legs, heel toe to bring the feet together, and just rock on your legs, bending and extending. Now bring the hands to your shins. Slowly come into tabletop position with the backs. And now very slowly let's come up to standing. Well done. Before we move into our sun salutations and our vinyasas, we're going to do a few standing poses together. So come into Tadasana, which is mountain pose. Your feet are going to be hip distance apart. Make sure that the outside of the feet are parallel, so your toes will be turned inwards slightly. Extend into the fingers, activate the arms, activate the quads. We're going to do Utkatasana, which is chair pose. So inhale and extend the arms upward. Now as we exhale, we're going to bend the knees. Exhale down into a seated position and hold. Keep the trunk nicely extended. And release. Let's extend the legs. And now sweep the arms back beside you. And let's just shake it out. Okay, we're going to do one more chair pose together. Come back into Tadasana, mountain pose. Feet parallel. Breathe in, inhale and arms up. Exhale down and hold. Well done. Let's inhale up and exhale, drop the hands. And let's shake it out. Now we're going to move into Warrior 2, Virabhadrasana 2. So come back to Tadasana, mountain pose. Bring the fingertips to touch. And let's jump into star pose. From here, you're going to rotate your right leg so that it faces the front of your mat. Shift your heel of your back leg out slightly so that your toes are pointing in. And bend the right leg. Keep the arms extended. And now gently move your gaze so that you're gazing across your fingers. And hold. Now drop the back arm onto your leg and raise the front arm up into a nice reverse warrior. And just gaze up. Bring both arms back to shoulder height. We're going to drop our front arm so that the elbow rests on the knee at a 90-degree angle. Now sweep the top arm up to create a perfect line from your foot all the way up to your fingers. And just gaze gently ahead or shift the neck and look up at the sky. And hold. And let's come back into Warrior 2. Straighten your front leg. Bring both feet to face the front. Now we're going to jump back into Tadasana. And shake it out. Let's repeat on the other side. Come into Tadasana mountain pose. Activate your quads, activate your hands. Fingers to touch. Jump into star pose. Now rotate the left leg. Push the heel of the back leg out slightly so that your toes are facing in. Keep the torso, revolve so that it's facing straight ahead of you. Extend the arms, bend the front leg. And now shift your gaze across your fingers. And hold. And let's bring the back arm down onto the thigh and extend the front arm above us. Now come back into Warrior 2. Let's bring the front arm forward, drop it down onto the knee, and extend the back arm to create a perfect line. Keep the gaze ahead. Gently shift your gaze up to the sky. And let's come back into Warrior 2. Straighten the front leg. Make sure both feet are facing forward. And we'll jump back into Tadasana. Well done. And we're going to do some sun salutations. So come to the front of your mat. We're going to start in Tadasana mountain pose. Inhale and extend the arms upwards. Arch the back slightly. Exhale, fold forward. Now walk your hands in front of you and bring your hands back. Grab hold of your ankles. Drop the hands on either side of your feet. Step back with the right leg. Come into high lunge. Extend the arms up and hold. Rock the arms beside the feet. Left to meet right, come into a high plank. Hold your plank. Now let's push back into downward facing dog. And let's walk our dogs. And come to standing. Drop the knees. Stack the hands beneath the shoulders. Now we're going to bend forward into cobra. Bend the elbows. Swoop the chest down. And come into cobra. And hold. Push back onto your knees. Tuck the toes in. Come back into down dog. Step forward with your right foot. Left to meet right. And gently come back up. Standing. And hands in prayer. And let's just take a few breaths here before we repeat on the other side. Okay, let's repeat on the left. Inhale, arms up. Arch your back. Exhale. Bring the hands down, forward fold. Walk the hands in front of you. Bring the hands back. Grab hold of the ankles. This time we're stepping back with our left foot. Step back with the left. Come into a high lunge. Hold your lunge. Bring the arms down beside your front foot. Step back. Come into plank. From here we're going to push up into downward facing dog. And let's walk our dog. Come back into your dog. Rock the knees. Stack the hands beneath the shoulders, preparing for cobra. Bend the elbows. Bring the chest down. Come up into cobra. Back onto your knees. Tuck the toes behind you. And push back up into down dog. Step forward with your left. Right to meet left. And slowly come back up to standing. And take a few deep breaths. Okay, we're going to do one more sun salutation on either side. So inhale, arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Walk the hands in front of you. Bring the hands back to grab hold of your ankles. Hands beside your feet. Step back with the right foot. Come into high lunge. And hold. Bring the arms down beside your foot. Take the left back to meet right. Come into plank. Now lift up into your downward facing dog. And walk your dog. Come to still position. Bend the knees. Ensure that the hands are stacked beneath the shoulders. Let's prepare for cobra. Bend the elbows, shift the chest forward, come into cobra. Push back onto your knees, tuck the toes under, and back into your dog. And step forward with the right. Left to meet right. Sweep the arms back up and come to standing. And last one. Arms up. Exhale down. Walk the hands in front of us. Bring the hands back to the mat. Hold of your ankles. Drop the hands beside your feet. Step back with the left. Come into a high lunge. Bring the hands back beside you. Right to meet left. Come into plank. And extend up into your upward facing dog. Downward facing dog, sorry. Drop the knees. Stack the hands, elbows and shoulders. Gently bend the elbows as you bring the chest down. Come into cobra. Press back onto the knees. Tuck the toes under. Come into your dog. Step forward with the left. Right to meet left. Scoop the arms up. And come to stand. And now just shake it out.
Breakfast. Gonna quick stop down in these.
Come back to standing with your hands in prayer. This time we're going to step back into our downward facing dog. So first we're going to extend the arms up, drop into a forward fold. Then both legs. Step back with your right foot, left to meet right, and come into your dog. Now bring the left leg to the center of the mat and extend the right leg into three-legged dog and hold. Now we're going to scoot our right legs so that the knee comes to meet our chest into a crunch. So bend the knee, come into a crunch and extend back. One more time. Crunch and extend back and drop the leg. Let's repeat on the left. Shift the right leg to the center of the mat and extend the left leg up and hold. Three-legged dog. Now let's swoop into a chest crunch. So bend the knee, bring knee to chest and hold. And extend it back. Let's do one more crunch. And extend the leg back. Come back into your downward facing dog. And walk your dog. Shift the left leg into the center of your mat. Raise the right leg. And hold. Now bend the knee and bring the heel to reach the glutes and twist. Straighten the leg and bring it back to the center. Shift your right leg into the center of your mat. Bend the left leg and hold. Bend the knee. Twist the hip, bring the heel to the glutes and hold. And extend the leg back up and swoop it down into your dog and walk your dog. Push back into your heels, lift the pelvis up, stand nicely into your hands. Just enjoy your dog, stretch into your dog. Now we're going to move from here into our high plank, and then we're going to swoop into an upward facing dog. So take a deep breath in, come forward into plank, hold your plank. Now we're going to do a chaturanga, which is a little baby push-up, and from there we're going to come into upward facing dog. Chaturanga. Now swoop your body up into upward facing dog and hold. the toes under, push back into down dog. And let's repeat. Inhale, come forward into plank. Chaturanga, into upward facing dog. And push back into downward facing dog. Drop the knees and come onto all fours. Let's first just go back into child's pose. Stand the arms in front of you. Drop down onto the tailbones and drop the head. Rest the forehead on your mat. Okay, come back onto all fours. Now extend the right leg back, push into the toes. Drop gently to warm up the calves nicely. And bring it back onto the mat. Repeat on the left. Bend the knee and bring it back onto the mat. Now we're going to lift the right leg, keeping the foot flexed, and raise the opposite arm and hold. And come back down to neutral. Let's repeat on the other side. Stand the left leg behind you, flex the foot. Bend the right arm and hold. And bring back to neutral. Let's repeat on the other side. Bend the right leg, bend the left arm, and hold. And repeat on the other side. And come back to neutral. Extend the right leg behind you. This time we're just going to do some little pulses together. Let's do 10 pulses with the legs straight. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And hold. Now bend the leg. 10 pulses with a bent leg. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now we're going to extend and release 10 times. Extend, release. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And come back to neutral. Let's repeat on the left. Bend the left leg back, foot flexed. Pulse 10 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Bend the knee. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now extend and release 10 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And sweep the knee back. Come and rest in child's pose. Back onto all fours. Back the toes under. And push up into a downward facing dog. Shift your legs to the center of the mat. Raise your right leg.
Okay.
Now bend the knee. And keep the knee here at your chest. You're going to drop down into pigeon. Bring the leg to rest. You're going to sit on your pigeon stay here in a seated pigeon, or for an extra stretch, you can drop down onto your hands. Slowly raise the torso, come back up. Tuck the toes under on your extended leg. And we're going to push our bent leg out to the side for a nice lateral stretch. Come back to center and come back into your downward facing dog. Shift the right leg into the center of your mat. Raise the left leg. Bend the knee. Bring knee to chest. Now drop the knee onto the floor. Onto the cushion. Either remain seated, or you can fold the torso forward and come and rest on your hands. Gently lift the torso back up. Toes under on the extended leg. And stretch the leg out to the side into a nice lateral extension. Come back to neutral. And back into your downward facing dog. And shift the left leg to the center of your mat. Raise the right leg. Bend the knee, knee to chest. This time we're going to step the leg forward, placing the foot between the hands. Come into a nice lunge. Now shift the foot to the outside of the mat. You're going to come into runner's lunge. Drop the knee, drop the toes, and extend the torso forward. Now you can drop down onto your elbows for an extended stretch. And come back onto your hands. This time we're going to take our right arm, place it onto the knee of the bent leg, and just gently bend the arm to give yourself a nice stretch in that hip flexor. Bring the hand back to your mat, tuck the toes under, and sweep the leg back into down dog. Bring the right foot to the center of your mat, extend the left leg up. Bend the knee, come into crash. Now we're going to place the left foot between the hands. Now shift the foot across to the outside of your mat. Drop the knee and the toes. Come into a runner's lunge. Now you can gently move the torso down for an extra extension. Let the torso come back onto your arms, and this time we're going to take our left arm, rest it onto the left knee, and then just gently extend to give yourself a nice stretch. Bring the hands back to the center of your mat, tuck the toes under, shift the foot back in the middle of your hands, and sweep the leg back and come into your down dog. Let's walk our dogs. Now drop your knees, come into child's pose, and you can sweep your arms behind you this time. Come back onto all fours. We're slowly going to come back up to standing. Tuck the toes under. Come into downward facing dog. Walk the feet to meet the hands. Place the hands onto the shins into halfway lift. And hold. Now slowly come back to standing. Come to the center of your mats. We're going to move into asana or tree pose. So to begin with, make sure that you've got a very stable base in your Tadasana mountain pose. You can actually rock gently forward and back, just feeling the ground under our feet. Now come to a still position. Shift the weight across onto the left foot. Point the right toe in front of you. Sweep the right leg around. Now bring the heel to the either leave the leg here, or you can raise the right leg and gently place it at the top of your thigh. Now sweep your branches and bring the hands into prayer position and hold. Okay, extend the arms upwards, bring them back down to your side, and release the leg, let's shake it out. Come back into Tadasana mountain pose, stabilize your feet. Let's shift the weight across onto our right leg. Point the left leg up in front of you, and sweep the leg around. Bring the ankle to meet the ankle of the other foot. Raise the left leg and get into the fleshy part of your thigh. Sweep your branches up, come into prayer position, and hold. And extend your branches, bring your arms back to your sides, release the left leg and shake it out. Now we're going to try an eagle pose, which is also a strong balancing pose. So again, make sure that you've got a nice stable base in Tadasana. Shift the weight onto the left leg. This time we're going to sweep the right leg out and twist it around our left legs. Come into a seated eagle. Now sweep the arms out to shoulder height. Bring the right arm in front of you and wrap the left arm around until the palms are touching. And hold. Arms. And release the legs and shake it out. Now shift the weight onto the right leg. Place the hands onto your hips. Sweep the left leg around. The toes are clutching at the ankle. Extend the arms out to the side. Bring the left arm in front of you. Make sure you've got a solid and fixed gaze. And release. Well done, and let's check it out. Okay, we're going to come down to seating positions. We're going to do some seated poses. So bend the knees, come to sitting on your mat. We're going to start in Dandasana, which is start pose. So extend the right leg in front of you, extend the left leg in front of you. Make sure that your feet are flexed and your toes are lifted up. Activate your quads. Extend both arms behind you with the fingers facing forwards so that the shoulder blades are in. And let's just hold Dandasana for a bit because it's quite an active seated pose. Gaze ahead of you and breathe. Now we're going to move into forward extension. So inhale and reach the arms up. Exhale and come down. And once your back's nicely extended, you can then drop your head. And let's release and slowly come back to Dandasana start pose. Now bend the right knee. Bring the right foot right up to your glute. We're going to do another forward extension with the knee bent. Raise the arms. And as you exhale, bring the torso forward and hold. And gently come back up. Now we're going to do a twist squat with our leg raised. Take your left arm, sweep it around, grab hold of your right knee, and gently twist your right arm behind you. And come back to center. Now we're going to drop the knee onto the mat. And we're going to do another forward extension. Inhale up. And exhale, fold forward. And let's slowly release. Gently lift your knee up. Now bring the leg across your other leg so that it's got one bent leg. Slightly twist it over the leg that's extended in front of you. Two twists, one on either side. Raise the left arm, grab hold of the right, and twist to the back. And release. Sweep the right arm around the right knee and twist to the back. And release. Bring your leg back, come back into neutral and shake it out. Now let's repeat on the left. Bend your left leg, bring the heel right up to your glutes. Inhale up and exhale as you come into a forward fold. And release. Now let's sweep the right arm around the left knee and twist. Come back to neutral. We're going to drop the knee down. Bring the foot into the fleshy part of our thigh. Inhale and extend up. Exhale as you fall forward. And release. Now we're going to do one last twist. Bring the leg across so that your ankle and thigh are touching. Hold of the left arm, scoop it round and sweep the right arm back. Now take the right arm around your left knee and sweep the left arm behind. And release. Come back to neutral. Shake it out. Now we're going to come to sitting on our mats. Bend both knees. Ensure that both your feet are nice and firmly positioned on the mat. And we can slowly roll down vertebra by vertebra to come back to lying on our backs. Now from this position, extend the right leg down onto the mat. Take your left knee and bring the knee to your chest. And hold. Now take the foot, bring it across your torso. And release that leg. Now raise the right knee and bring the knee into your chest and hold. Take hold of the foot, bring the leg across your torso and pull the leg towards your chest. And release that leg. Let's prepare for Shavasana. Nice relaxation to end our session. Make sure that both of your legs are mat distance apart and allow the feet to just flop gently out to the sides. Drop your hands down beside you, palms facing up. Make sure that your neck is neutral and gently close your eyes. And just focus on your breath. Now start to become aware of your body. Rub your fingertips and thumbs together. Wiggle your toes. Rotate your wrists and your ankles. Bend the knees and bring both the legs into your chest. And rock gently from side to side. Now slowly come onto one side. Very slowly come back up to seated. Let's just bring the hands back into prayer. Take a few deep breaths. Thank you. Namaste.